Topic 9. Building meaningful relationships in the digital age. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Connections Unplugged. I'm your host, Alice Williams, and today, we have a very special guest with us. He is Professor Charles, an expert in human relationships and communication. Today, we'll be discussing a topic that's especially relevant in our digital age: building meaningful relationships in the digital age. Welcome, Professor Charles.
Thank you, Alice. I'm delighted to be here and explore this important topic with you and your listeners.
We're thrilled to have you here, Professor. So, let's dive right in. In a world dominated by technology and social media, how has the digital age impacted the way we build and maintain relationships?
The digital age has revolutionized the way we connect and interact with others. Social media and online platforms have made it easier to reach out to people across the globe and maintain connections with friends and family. However, the convenience of digital communication has also led to challenges in fostering deeper, more meaningful relationships. The abundance of online connections can sometimes lead to a sense of isolation and superficiality in our interactions.
That's an interesting perspective. So, how can we bridge the gap and create meaningful relationships in the digital age?
Building meaningful relationships in the digital age requires intentional effort and balance. While online connections can be valuable, it's essential to complement them with face-to-face interactions whenever possible. Engage in active listening during conversations, whether they're in person or through video calls. Show genuine interest in others and make an effort to understand their perspectives and experiences. Don't shy away from vulnerability. Sharing your thoughts and feelings authentically can strengthen connections.
Active listening and authenticity are essential elements in building meaningful relationships. Now, with the abundance of social media platforms, some people might feel overwhelmed or pressured to maintain a vast network of online connections. How can we manage our digital relationships in a healthy way?
Managing digital relationships is about setting healthy boundaries and being mindful of our online presence. Firstly, be selective about the platforms you use and consider limiting the number of platforms to those that truly add value to your life. Regularly assess your online connections and consider if they contribute positively to your well-being. Don't hesitate to unfollow or unfriend individuals whose content is negative or doesn't resonate with you. Focus on quality over quantity, and prioritize nurturing meaningful connections over accumulating a large follower count.
Quality over quantity is a wise approach to digital relationships. Now, let's talk about the impact of technology on face-to-face interactions. Some people worry that excessive screen time might hinder their ability to connect in person. What are your thoughts on striking a balance between digital and in-person interactions?
Striking a balance between digital and in-person interactions is vital for maintaining meaningful relationships. While digital communication can be efficient and convenient, it's essential not to let it replace face-to-face interactions entirely. Schedule regular meet-ups or outings with friends and loved ones to nurture deeper connections. During these gatherings, be present and resist the temptation to constantly check your phone. Remember, face-to-face interactions allow for nonverbal cues and emotional connection, which are essential in building strong relationships.
Face-to-face interactions indeed offer unique benefits. Now, let's discuss the role of empathy and compassion in building meaningful relationships. How can we cultivate these qualities in our digital interactions?
Empathy and compassion are crucial for building meaningful relationships, whether online or offline. Practice active empathy by putting yourself in the other person's shoes and trying to understand their emotions and perspectives. Respond to others with kindness and respect, even in online discussions or debates. If someone is going through a difficult time, offer your support and encouragement. Simple gestures of empathy, such as sending a thoughtful message or a virtual hug, can go a long way in making someone feel valued and cared for.
Empathy and compassion are powerful tools for nurturing connections. Now, let's address the issue of digital etiquette. How can we maintain a sense of courtesy and respect in our online interactions?
Digital etiquette, also known as netiquette, is essential for fostering positive online relationships. Be mindful of the tone and language you use in your messages and comments to avoid misunderstandings. Respect others' boundaries and privacy by refraining from sharing personal information without their consent. Avoid engaging in heated arguments or offensive behavior online, as it can damage relationships and create unnecessary tension. Treat others online as you would in person, with courtesy and respect.
Digital etiquette is a key aspect of healthy online relationships. Before we conclude, do you have any final tips for our listeners on building meaningful relationships in the digital age?
Certainly, Alice. Embrace technology as a tool to enhance, rather than replace, your relationships. Cultivate meaningful connections by being present and authentic in your interactions, both online and offline. Remember that building relationships takes time and effort. Be patient and invest in the connections that matter most to you. Lastly, prioritize quality connections over the quantity of online followers, and don't forget the joy and fulfillment that face-to-face interactions can bring to your life.
Thank you for those valuable insights, Professor Charles. And thank you, listeners, for joining us on this episode of Connections Unplugged. We hope you found these tips helpful in navigating the digital age while building meaningful relationships. Until next time, stay connected and cherish the bonds that enrich your life.